bloody fiasco tonight. He's bringing her all the way out to New Jersey at 2:30 in the morning. That's what I call a complete gentleman. And I mean, he hasn't even given a thought about how he's going to get home. Well, maybe he'll sleep over. What do you think? Oh, no, not my mother. But then again, anything might happen with Rupert of Hensau. Ah, boy, what a night. Ooh, I have an idea. Let's take the ball of scotch downstairs, ring all the doorbells, and yell, "Push!" just to see who comes out of whose apartment. Oh, isn't that a Paul? Don't you feel well?
What a rotten thing to do. To your own mother.
What?
Do you have any idea how she felt just now? Do you have any idea what kind of night this was for her?
Well, the night is not over yet.
Well, you didn't see her 2 minutes ago. You were upstairs talking to the Hungarian Duncan Hines. She was miserable. Her face was longer than that trip we took tonight.
She didn't say a thing to me.
Of course not. She was too good a sport. She went the whole cockeyed way. Boy, oh boy, dragging a woman like that out to the middle of the harbor for a bowl of sheep dip.
Well, it was Greek bean soup, and at least she tasted it. She didn't jab at it with her knife throwing cute little epigrams like, "I think I see somebody in there."
That's right. At least I was honest. You ate 2 bowls because you were showing off for Al Capone at the next table.
Well, what are you so angry about?
I told you, I just feel terrible for your mother.
Why? I mean, where is she at this very second? She's alone with probably the most attractive guy she's ever met. And don't tell me that doesn't beat the hell out of hair curlers in the Late Late Show.
Yeah, I can just see it now. What sparkling conversation. He's going on about a chicken cacciatore he made for the High Lama of Tibet. And she's shoveling pink pills into her mouth.
Well, you never can tell what people talk about when they're alone.
I just don't understand why you're not more concerned about this.
More concerned about this? I am plenty concerned. Do you think I'm even going to get a wink of sleep until that phone rings tomorrow? I'm scared to death for my mother, but I'm grateful that there's finally something to be scared about. What I'm really concerned about is you.
Me?
Yeah, I'm beginning to wonder if you're capable of having a good time.
Why? Because I wear my gloves in the winter?
No, because there isn't the least bit of adventure in you. Do you know what you are? You are a watcher, and there are watchers in this world, and there are doers. And the watchers sit around and watching the doers do. Well, tonight you watched, and I did.
Yes, well, it was probably harder for me to watch what you were doing than it was for you to do what I was watching.
You won't even let your hair down for a minute? God, Paul, sometimes you can really act like a...
Like a what? A stuffed shirt?
I didn't say that.
But that's what you were implying.
I didn't say you were a stuffed shirt, but you're extremely neat and proper.
When? When was I neat and proper?
Okay. The other night at Delfina's, you were drunk, right?
Right, I was stoned.
Yes, well there you have it. I didn't even know until you told me the next morning. You're like a funny kind of drunk. You just sat there looking unhappy and watching your coat.
I was watching my coat because I saw someone else watching my coat. Look, if you'd like, I'll get drunk for you sometimes. I'll show you a slob, make your hair stand on end.
That isn't necessary.
Do you know at PJ Clark's last New Year's Eve party, I punched a woman in the face. Don't talk to me about drunks.
It's okay, Paul.
When else? When else was I neat and proper?
All right. Line. Always. Always. You're always dressed right. You always say the right things. You always say the perfect thing. You're pretty close to being perfect.
That's a rotten thing to say.
What? I've never even seen you without a jacket. It always feels like such a slob compared to you. Before we were married, I was sure you slept with a tie.
No, it's only for really formal sleeps.
Oh, and you can't even walk into a candy store and ask for a Tootsie Roll. No, you have to walk up to the counter and say, I'll have that in a brown and white wrapper.
That's ridiculous.
Well, and you're not. That's the trouble. I mean, like Thursday night, you wouldn't even walk barefoot with me in Washington Square Park. Why not?
That's a perfectly logical explanation. It was 17 degrees.
Yes, that's very logical and normal and whatever. It's just not any fun.
You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe I am too neat and proper for me. You need to be with someone more colorful and flamboyant, like the geek.
Well, he'd be a lot more last than a stuffed shirt.
Oh, I thought you said I wasn't.
Well, now you are.
You know what? I'm not going to sit here and listen to this. I'm not going to listen. I have to be in court tomorrow.
Where are you going?
Sleep.
Well, how can you go to sleep now?
I'll close my eyes and count Kanishis. Good night.
Well, you can't go to sleep now. We're having a fight.
You have to fight. When you're done, turn out the lights.
Oh my God, that just drives me crazy. You can even control your emotions.
Look, I'm just as upset as you are. But when I get hungry, I eat. When I get tired, I sleep. You eat and sleep too, don't deny it. I've seen you.
Well, not in the middle of a crisis.
What crisis? We're just yelling a little.
You don't consider this a crisis? I mean, our whole marriage hangs in the balance.
It does? When did that happen?
Well, just now. It's suddenly very clear that you and I have absolutely nothing in common.
Why? Because I won't walk barefoot in the park in the winter? You don't have a case, Corey. Adultery, yes. Cold feet, no.
Okay, don't oversimplify this. I'm angry. Can't you see that?
Corey, it's 2:15 in the morning. If I can get to sleep in a half an hour's time, I can get 5 hours sleep. I'll call you for court in the morning. We'll fight over the phone.
You are not going to sleep now. You will fight and save our marriage.
Our marriage hangs on breathing fish balls and boofle pie. It's not worth saving. No, I'm going to go climb into our tiny little single bed. If you care to join me, we're sleeping from left to right tonight.
Okay, you won't discuss it. You're afraid to discuss it. I married a coward.
Corey, will you bring in a pail? The closet's leaking.
Ah, I hate you. I really hate you.
Corey, there is one thing I learned in court. That is, be careful what you say when you're tired and angry. You might say something you'll soon regret. I am now tired and angry.
And a coward.
And I will now say something I'll soon regret. Okay, fine. Maybe we have nothing in common. Maybe we rushed into this marriage a little too fast. Maybe two people should have more than just a blood test. Maybe they should be checked for common sense, emotional maturity, and understanding.
Oh. Well, why don't you get that passed in the Supreme Court? Only those couples bearing a letter from the psychiatrist will be proven to be married.
You're impossible.
Well, you're unbearable.
You belong at a nursery school.
But it's not more fun than the hope for the fuddy-duddies.
All right. Corey, let's not get all...
Oh, don't you touch me! Don't you touch me!
Corey.
I just can't have you near me. Ever again.
What?
I can't even look at you. I can't even be in the same room with you now.
Why not?
I just can't, that's all. Not when you feel this way.
When I feel what way?
The way you feel about me.
Corey, you're hysterical.
I'm not hysterical! I know exactly what I'm saying. It's no good between us, Paul, and it will never be again.
Holy cow.
I'm sorry. I don't want to cry.
Well, for Pete's sake, cry. Just go ahead and cry.
Oh, don't you tell me when to cry. I'm going to cry whenever I want to cry, and I'm not going to have my cry until you are out of this apartment.
What do you mean, out of this apartment?
You certainly don't think we're going to live here together, do you, after tonight?
Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. I want a divorce.
A divorce? What?
I'm sorry, Paul. I just can't discuss it anymore.
Where are you going?
To bed.
You can't, not now.
Well, you did before.
That was in the middle of a fight. This is in the middle of a divorce.
I I can't talk to you when you're hysterical. Good night.
Corey, get in here. I want to know why you want a divorce.
I told you why, because you and I have absolutely nothing in common.
What about those 6 days in the plaza?
Well, 6 days does not a week make.
What does that mean?
I don't know what it means. I just want a divorce.
You know, I really think you're serious.
I am.
You mean every time we have a little fight, you're going to want a divorce?
There aren't going to be any more little fights, Paul. This is it. This is the end. Good night.
Corey, will you get in here?
Why?
I don't want to yell. All the way.
Oh, you're afraid the crazy neighbors will hear us?
You're serious.
Dead serious.
You mean the whole thing, the shaking hands, signing papers, going to court, goodbye forever, done, divorced.
That's what I mean.
Well, guess there's nothing left to say.
Guess not.
Well then. Good night, Corey.
Where are you going?
To bed.
How can you go to sleep now?
It's 2:30 in the morning.
Well, I can't sleep until this whole thing is settled.
It could take 3 months. Why don't you at least take a nap
Oh,
first?
you don't have to get snippy with me.
Well, I'm sorry. When I'm playing vacations, I'm happy. When I'm playing divorces, I get snippy. Fine. Fine. You want to plan this? Let's plan this. So, do you want a slow, painful divorce or a quick one?
Oh, I'm not doing this. I'm going to bed.
You stay here or you get no divorce out of me!
You can try acting civilized.
Fine. I will act civilized. But charm, you're not gonna get. Now sit down! With a lot of technical, legal details to go over.
You should do all that. I mean, I don't know anything about legal things.
Oh! So now I'm the doer and you're the watcher. Isn't that right, Corey? Huh? Huh? Isn't that right?
Oh, so this is what you're really...
Yes! Yes!
Fine, what do you want me to do?
First, what grounds?
Grounds?
Yes, Corey, grounds. Why do you want a divorce? And remember, my failure to appreciate Kenichi's will only hold up in a Russian court.
Oh, you're a scream, Paul. Why weren't you funny when we were still happy?
Fine. How about incompatible?
Oh, fine. Are you through with me?
No, not yet. What about the financial settlement?
I don't want to think.
Oh, but you're entitled to it. What do you want? Property? Alimony? Or should I just pay your rent? What is it, $63.75 a month?
Oh, ha, ha, ha.
You can keep all the wedding gifts and the furniture. I just want my clothes.
I hardly expected bitterness.
It's
from you.
not bitterness. It's the truth. You're always wearing my pajamas and slippers.
Only after you go to work.
Why?
Because I like the way they... Oh, never mind, it's stupid. I'll sign over your freaking pajamas and slippers.
If you'd like, you can visit them once a month.
Oh, that's bitter.
You're damn right that's better.
You have no right
Don't
to...
you tell me whether or not I could be better.
Things just didn't work out.
You're damn right they did.
Can't say we didn't try.
Almost 2 whole weeks.
It's better than finding out in 2 years.
20.
50?
Aren't we lucky?
We're the luckiest people in the whole world.
I thought you said you weren't going to cry.
Well, I am. I'm going to have the biggest cry I've ever had in my entire life. And I'm going to enjoy it.